Maybe I was wrong about you.
Am I finally getting through?
The year's 2015. You're playing on GM Construct, you get the G-Man avatar, you get the gravity gun, you're spawning in fucking Freddy Fazbear dupe, you know, you're making the scout from TF2 do nasty stuff. Life's pretty good. How could games get any better than this? S&box is a video game, and it's also the spiritual successor to Gary's Berry. Listen, you probably already know what this game is, and you probably already formed an opinion about it long before you even clicked on this video. What if I told you you were just straight up wrong about everything you thought you knew about it? Except if you thought that this guy was ugly, and in that case you were correct. That guy's ugly. S&box is a sequel that happens to be completely different from the original game that it's based off of, so it only makes sense that people are reacting to this the way they reacted to The Matrix 4, you know? They just don't get it. The problem isn't that people hate this game. You're allowed to hate this game if you want to. I hate this game. My problem is that the fundamental complaints that I hear about S&box are just completely wrong. If you think S&box is a bad video game, then you're actually an incorrect idiot, because this isn't even a video game at all. S&box is like if you took Unity and you took Roblox and you just put them into one little guy. Now, I am by no means trying to say that S&box is immune to criticism, but it's really weird to call it a bad game. It's like calling Roblox a bad game. Which one? Now, if you're someone who's not on the very important person list and you didn't get access to S&box, from the outside I can understand why this game looks like a giant turd. But trust me, it's just a little bit of a turd. Now, I'll level with you. The marketing for S&box has just been complete doo-doo so far. It seems like Facepunch hates this game as much as you guys do, so I don't blame you for not having any faith in it. But what you have to understand about Facepunch's marketing strategy is that Facepunch is British, and Britain, I think, is in Europe, and the European people are weird, and also they think this is fun. They think this is a fun, enjoyable time. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what Facepunch does not have the nuts to tell you. This game is not Gary's mod. This misleading blue color that they used for this game is a clever British marketing trick by these slimy little Europeans. The reality is that S&box and Gary's mod are nothing alike. They only exist in the same space because they're made by the same developer, and that developer wants to ride off the success of the first one. This is not Gary's Mod 2. This is barely even a Gary's Mod sequel. I wouldn't even call this a Gary's Mod spiritual successor. Gary's Mod the game will be made inside of S&box, but that's as far as the relationship goes. But still, for anyone who is ever interested in making their own game, experimenting with their own game, this is a huge moment. Also, if you wanted to make the room from Virtual Insanity, from Jamiroquai's Virtual Insanity, poorly in Source 2 Hammer, you can do it. S&box is probably, I'll go on the record and say S&box is probably going to be a pretty big moment for gaming. You know, it's kind of democratizing the idea of making your own game. It's making it really accessible to everyone. It's a learning tool. It's really awesome, and this is the mascot that represents it. Now, look, I know the default player model really doesn't matter that much, does it? Yeah, it actually matters. It actually matters quite a bit. This thing just straight up looks like doo-doo, man. I don't know what to tell you. It just looks bad. Somebody spent a long time making this in Blender or Maya, I'm sure. I'm sure they worked really hard on it, but it just really sucks. And it's kind of killing the momentum that this game has when they see this sausage. You know, I think that's fair. I think it's a fair compromise. I think you can take the sausage guy away, all right? I think, get him out. I think that's fair. I think it's a fair request to Gary Newman and the team to please remove him. I think that's a good compromise for having a game that sells like $1 billion, okay? This whole player model hatred thing is just a bit. But it's also not just a bit. If I put a screenshot out from my new game and the first reaction from people was ew, nasty, gross, then I'd be like, damn, I guess it's time to go back to the drawing board, you know? All I'm saying is big G, my boy Gary Newman. Hey, if you're watching this, man, first of all, horrible job on Rust. You're just horrible for making that game. You're an awful guy. I hope you have to live in Britain forever. But if you're also listening to this, just change the guy. Just change him. Just change. He's a hot dog. I know you think it's funny. You know what I mean? Keep him in because people hate him. Take him out. He sucks. Take him out. Remove him. Put in meat wad. I don't know.
If he shows it publicly.
But I heard.
Don't bring your racist shit into
No,
this, dude.
I'm not.
Really upsetting. It's getting really fucking rude to
I'm
everyone.
not.
I don't care about the music.
No, this isn't.
You're spreading a bunch of racist shit.
No,
you do it every week.
No. I'm trying to educate myself because I asked a couple questions.
Ended last week. You said a slur about him.
I asked a couple
questions. I don't know if
questions.
you heard that or not, and I'm not even fucking comfortable.
No, I asked a couple questions. Daniel, not now.
You can ask. Listen, you can ask whatever you want, like an adult.
No,
you haven't been.
Daniel, not now. I'm not taking Skype calls right now.
Don't take fucking Skype calls.
No, I'm not
right
taking
now.
Skype calls. No,
What
I'm
do you
not
want to
taking
say
Skype
about him that isn't?
I want a Daniel. We're not taking
Daniel,
Skype calls.
shut the fuck up.